I have one last introduction to make. This is Lieutenant Aric Jorgan, an operations officer from the Republic's Ord Mantell Infantry Command. Since we're on individual missions to search for this bomb, Lieutenant Jorgan is coordinating our efforts from here within the mission room.
All right, Sergeant. I'll be overseeing your op through the camera mounted on your armor, so I see what you see. It's activated when you leave the fort. I'll make this completely clear, Rookie. When you're in the field, what I say goes. Period.
Understood, sir.
Just make your way to Talaran, meet up with Bellis, and find out what he knows without screwing anything up.
Good luck in Talaran, Sergeant. Dismissed.
Great. Bellis is KIA. That's some fine work, Sergeant. Do you think you could have taken a little longer getting to the RV point?
I got here as fast as I could.
Not fast enough, Rookie. However, there is a chance you might be able to find out what Bellis learned. If you follow procedure, Bellis should have left a coded recording of his discovery in his field box, hidden somewhere inside his home in Talaran. Remember, if the Separatists know Bellis was a spy, they may already be searching his house or waiting to ambush Republic agents as they come. Stay alert. You have to get that field box from Bellis' house before the Separatists do. Double time it.
Roger that.
Jorgan out.
Oh, Sergeant, hey, you're back. Good job out there in Talaran. Really nice work.
I'll take the field box you retrieved, Sergeant. And maybe next time, you could bring me a live Republic agent instead. Lieutenant Bazrin here still thinks you're mission-worthy, so he has a task for you. He'll brief you while I start decoding Bellis' intel.
Oh, yes, we found an urgent lead while you were in Talaran, Sergeant. The perfect op for our new assault specialist.
What's the assignment?
Here's what happened. This refugee comes into the fort, right? Not that unusual, but this guy says he knows about a Separatist bombing. One happening today. All we got was his name, Miru. 'Cause he was thrown out of the fort before we could get to him.
I don't think throwing informants out is standard procedure.
Bums come here every day trying to trade intel for credits. It's bogus 90% of the time, so the grunts downstairs usually chase them off.
I guess Miru could be lying, but what if he does know about the ZR-57? We can't take that risk. Anyway, we looked into it, and Miru is staying over in the refugee camp. See if you can find him there.
Yes, sir.
And while you're gone, Jorgan will decode the information from Bellis' field box. Hopefully we'll find out what the Separatists are hiding.
Now get to the refugee camp and get Miru's intel, soldier. If this bombing's happening soon, there's no time to waste. All right, Sergeant. I copied what Miru said, and this bomb situation sounds like the real thing. I want you to head for the road Miru described and locate the Separatist hidden bombs. A troop convoy is scheduled to move through the area any minute now, so you need to get those bombs defused ASAP. Double time it, soldier.
I'll move out right away.
Jorgan out.
Ah, Sergeant, good to see you again. Superb work on that ambush situation. Adaptability like that is what Havoc Squad is all about.
Thank you, sir.
I have other good news as well. Lieutenant Jorgan has finished reviewing the intel from Bellis' field box. It's given us a real breakthrough.
Is there more, or do I start guessing?
Bellis discovered that the Separatists have the ZR-57 secured inside their supply outpost on Manat Point, a small island just off the coast.
I sent Wraith ahead to reconnoiter the outpost, and she successfully located a secured area where we believe the bomb is stored. Judging by the dramatic increase in the number of guards and the complex security systems installed, we're certain the bomb is there.
Honestly, with security like this, Manat Point looks more like an Imperial military base than a Separatist hideout to me. I think the Seps are getting a helping hand, Commander.
From the Imperials? That seems unlikely, Lieutenant. Surely our spies would have discovered any Imperial involvement on Ord Mantell long before now.
Fighting Imperials is what I signed up for. I say bring them on.
You said it, Sergeant.
We can discuss the possibility of any Imperial connections later. Let's focus on the mission at hand. Wraith can't reach the secure area of the Manat Point outpost alone, so I'm sending you in immediately. The Manat Point bridge is out of commission, so you'll have to make an amphibious approach to the island. When you arrive, effect entry into the supply outpost and rendezvous with Wraith inside. She'll give you further instructions at that time. Understood?
Before I go, sir, there's a lieutenant named Verk running a bribery scheme with the men under his command.
Verk? I know the guy. He's a pretty pathetic officer. And nobody's ever made any official complaints. None that I heard about, anyway.
Lieutenant Jorgan and I will see to this. We should get moving to Manat Point so that you can rendezvous with Wraith inside the Separatist outpost. Dismissed.
I'll Take care of them, sir.
Zephyro, Varu, and Bull are priority 1 targets, Sergeant. And recovering their data on separatist cell locations and manpower is too good an opportunity to pass up. That data will be critical to learning the bomb's movements before it's too late.
You have your orders. Get the data. Kill the officers. Go.
Sergeant, you've returned. Oh, masterful work eliminating the separatist officers. The beast has been beheaded.
I'll get the officer's data out to the rest of Havoc right away. As for you, Lieutenant Doran here has a special op already planned out.
Earlier today, a man named Zach came to the fort from Oradam Village seeking medical attention. Zach was suffering from acute radiation poisoning, causing catastrophic organ failures. His body was practically tearing itself apart from within. Quite magnificent to observe.
Is it normal for villagers to get radiation poisoning, sir?
Not at all. As a day laborer, Zach performs pointless menial tasks that would never involve any kind of radiation exposure.
On the other hand, Fuse told us that the ZR-57 can leak significant amounts of radiation if handled improperly.
Zach must have been near the ZR-57, knowingly or otherwise. I want the details, even if you must pry them from his dying husk of a mind.
Understood, sir.
The medics who treated Zach weren't equipped to cure his condition. Most of their supplies have been stolen by scavengers. However, if you were to retrieve the necessary ingredients to treat Zach's affliction, I think you would find the offer of a cure very useful in gaining his cooperation. Given that Zach's current medications can promise only a lifetime of excruciating pain, the potential for a full recovery should be an excellent motivator.
Command knows exactly where the scavengers are. We just haven't had the resources to deal with them. Here are the coordinates and a list of ingredients to retrieve. Any questions?
Hit the scavenger camp, retrieve the ingredients to cure Zach's radiation poisoning. Understood.
Once you've got the cure collected, you'll confront Zach at his home in Oradam Village and question him about the ZR-57. Nothing fancy on this, Sergeant. Just get the ingredients, get the intel from Zach, and then get back. Dismissed. Come in, Sergeant. I copied everything. Sounds like we're going to be hitting the Separatists where they live. Good work.
Just doing my duty.
I hope you're ready for this. The mountain stronghold is the Separatists' most fortified position on the entire island. Getting in there won't be easy. I put out the call. Havoc is assembling immediately, so get back here on the double.
I'll head there immediately.
Jorgan out. Ah, Sergeant. Welcome back. Grab yourself a seat. You're going to be observing the op here with me.
I take it the rest of my squad is already in the field.
Havoc Squad is infiltrating the Separatist stronghold to retrieve the ZR-57 as we speak. Commander Tavis was very clear. Under no circumstances can I send you in to join Havoc on this mission. I have to admit, I'm a little surprised. I honestly thought you were starting to come along, but I guess Tavis still isn't convinced you're ready for the big time.
I trust Commander Tavis's judgment.
Maybe next time, Sergeant. I'm sure.
Lieutenant, sir, we've got a situation here.
Talk to me, Ensign. What's going on?
We've lost contact with Havoc Squad, sir. Comms, video locators, everything. It's like they've disappeared completely.
That's unacceptable, soldier. You get back to that terminal, and you get me Havoc status. Now.
Yes, sir.
Send me in, Lieutenant. They may need assistance.
It'd be breaking Tavis's orders, but if it comes to that.
Still no signal from Havoc Squad, sir. I think we may have lost them.
All right, listen up, people. This mission will not fail on my watch. We are not going to let that bomb get away again. Infiltrating that stronghold is a mission only Havoc Squad can pull off. Lucky for us, we have one Havoc trooper left. Sergeant, you're going in there.
The ZR-57 must not remain in Separatist hands. Is that clear, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
We were hoping to get the bomb back intact, but we're way south of a best-case scenario here. So here's the new plan. We have the deactivation code for the ZR-57. We disarm the bomb, leaving the Seps with nothing but a big radioactive paperweight.
You'll have to hijack the Separatists' comm system to broadcast the code. This data spike should do the trick.
I never thought it'd come to this, Sergeant. I don't need to tell you what happens if you don't pull this off.
I've never failed a mission before, and I'm not going to start today.
That's what I like to hear. You have the coordinates for the Separatist stronghold. I'm sure you can guess how much security they're likely to have. Breach the perimeter, use the data spike on the comm terminal, and shut the ZR-57 down for good. Thousands of lives are on the line, Sergeant. We're counting on you. Good luck, Sergeant.
You did it, Sergeant.
That was some top-notch soldiering. We're all proud of you.
I encountered Imperial soldiers guarding the bomb.
Copy that. We saw them through your armor cam. Unbelievable. Imperial soldiers operating right alongside the Separatists. We need to know how deep this connection goes. I want you to continue further into the base. Finding the rest of Havoc Squad is now priority 1. If they've been captured, they might be able to tell us more about what's going on in there. If possible, you should also retrieve the ZR-57. It costs about 40 million credits, so Command would like it back. But your squad mates are the main objective now.
If my squad mates are here, I will bring them home.
Good luck, Sergeant.
General, with all due respect, how can you do this? I've served with you in Infantry Command for years.
That's enough, Jorgan. This wasn't my choice. But a defection of this scale, somebody has to swing, and the powers that be say it's you.
What's going on here?
Your command full of traitors just destroyed my career, Sergeant. Command can't punish them, so they're burning me instead.
You must be our last loyal Havoc member. I'm General Vander, Republic Chief of Operations for Ord Mantell. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. On behalf of the Republic and the people of Ord Mantell, I want to thank and congratulate you for your courageous actions in disabling the stolen ZR-57. Your heroic efforts saved countless innocent lives. In recognition of your valiant service, I hereby promote you to the rank of Lieutenant. Congratulations.
I'm honored.
Now, Lieutenant, as the last remaining member of Havoc, the duty of rebuilding the squad falls to you. Havoc is your command. To get the process started, I've decided to assign Sergeant Jorgan here as Havoc's first new member.
I'll be glad to have you in the unit, Jorgan.
I'll take the Havoc patch and Sergeant Stripes if it means I get to grind them into Tavis's face before we kill him.
This is the best I can do for you, Jorgan. You're a good man. We need good people now more than ever. I don't know what Tavis is planning, but he knows the inner workings of our military better than anyone. The destruction he could cause is limitless.
Have we been able to get a fix on where the traitors are heading?
Unfortunately, no. They slipped off-world before we could mobilize to track them. You'll have to hunt them down, Lieutenant. I hope you're prepared. In any case, your work here is done. I've got a shuttle prepped and you're going to Coruscant for your next assignment. When you arrive on Coruscant, report immediately to the head of Spec Force Division, General Garza. She'll be issuing your orders from now on.
Understood, sir.
You better get to your shuttle. It's waiting for you in the landing bay. Lieutenant, Sergeant, you're dismissed. I hope I see you again someday.
So, Havoc Squad. The best of the best. Can't say I'm thrilled about the demotion, but it's an honor to be here, sir.
I realize the circumstances weren't ideal, but I'm glad you're with us, Jorgan.
A spot in Havoc was the least they could do. 4 years at the Academy, 7 years in the field, decorations, commendations. Would have been captain soon if Command hadn't hung me out to dry.
We both know Tavis's defection wasn't your fault.
Tell that to the brass when they need a scapegoat. But hey, water under the bridge. Command put me in Havoc to help you find Tavis, and I intend to do just that. I've hunted Imperials from one side of the galaxy to the next. Used to command the Deadeyes, finest sniper squad in the Republic.
I'm not familiar with that outfit.
No? Maybe I'll tell you about them sometime. Wow. Spend enough time on a backwater like Ord Mantell, you almost forget what a civilized planet's supposed to look like. I did my officer training here, back before I was deployed to Ord Mantell. There was still a fair bit of reconstruction going on then. Rebuilding things the Imperials destroyed. I still can't believe the Empire managed to sack Coruscant back in the war. The capital of the entire Republic, and they raided it like some outer rim mudball.
You'd think our capital would be better defended.
The Republic committed its forces to engaging the Empire on outlying worlds. Defending Coruscant was an afterthought. Anyways, we should get moving. Don't want to keep anyone important waiting.
Impeccable timing, Lieutenant. I'm General Garza. It's good to finally meet you in person.
It's an honor to be here, General.
I have to congratulate you. Surviving the ordeal on Ord Mantell took skill and courage. I'm impressed.
Just doing my duty.
All the same, you got more done than most other soldiers would have in the situation. Sergeant Jorgan, I'm pleased to have you with us as well. General Vander holds you in very high regard.
Thank you, sir. but General Vander has an odd way of showing his regard.
Vander did the best he could for you, Sergeant. And I'd say a position in the Republic's most decorated Special Forces squad is doing very well indeed. It's regrettable about Tavis and the others. I knew they were upset, but I never imagined they would be so foolish as to defect. Nevertheless, whatever your former squad mates once were to us, they are now extremely dangerous enemies of the Republic.
Protecting the Republic from its enemies is our duty.
I'm glad I can depend on you to do what's necessary, Lieutenant.
So, let's load up a strike shuttle and hunt Tavis and the rest of them down like the scum they are.
I would very much like to give that order, Sergeant, but I'm afraid we've discovered some new information since you left Ord Mantell. Come in, Lieutenant. I want you to move immediately and destroy the cyborgs that Krell created. We need to deal with them now before they can disappear into the normal population. These situations are never easy. These people did not choose to be what they now are, but many more lives could be at stake. You'll have to eliminate Krell's creations.
We can't know for sure if Krell was telling the truth, sir.
Whether Krell was bluffing or not, these cyborgs are a risk we cannot allow. I'm giving you the kill order, Lieutenant. I take full responsibility for the consequences. Now get it done.
Killing these people is wrong, and you know it, Garza.
It's right for the Republic. That's our only concern. Garza out.
This is a waste of time. We should be going after the traitors, not gunning people down just because some madman said they're dangerous.
I'm not gonna murder these people. I don't care what Garza says.
Whatever we're gonna do, let's do it fast.
Put those blasters on the floor, soldiers. Nice and slow.
In the name of the Republic, I order you to surrender.
It's over, Cardin. You, the imps, Tavis, you're all going down.
Not gonna happen, soldier. Now drop that weapon before... Havoc badge. Is this a joke? No. You must be the new recruit Tavis told me about. So you survived after all. Can't say I'm surprised, honestly. Havoc always did recruit the best.
Surrender, and this will all go much easier for you.
You are persistent, soldier, I'll give you that. I'm impressed. I didn't think the old lady would send someone after me so quickly. After all these years, Garza still hasn't lost her edge.
What are you waiting for, Cotton? Kill the whelp! Or do you lack the true resolve to fight for the Empire?
My loyalty is to Tavis, not to your Empire and not to anyone else. You want the trooper dead? You take care of it. I don't kill good soldiers. I'm heading down to the works to make sure everything is prepped.
You won't escape me for long, Cardin.
Do yourself a favor and die now, soldier, before you get in any deeper over your head.
Open fire, men!
Reminds me of old times. Here's my weapon. Consider me surrendered. I'll make my way up to the Senate Tower and turn myself in. See what Garza wants to do next.
I'm glad to have you back on our side.
I never said I was on your side, soldier. I'm doing this for my people, not for your Republic or anything else. Anyhow, I'm sure we'll meet again.
Glad I had a chance to fight with you, sir.
Yeah, I guess it was nice to finally stretch my legs out a bit. See you topside, soldier.
Let's go take out that relay and give Cardin's little baby something to think about.
I reviewed your service record before that ZR-57 op. Been meaning to discuss it with you. So you can kill Imperials, but that guerrilla mentality won't cut it in the big time.
You saw how I handled things on Ord Mantell. I know what I'm doing.
Taking on that SEP army single-handedly showed guts, not leadership. When I signed on with the Deadeyes, my CO was Lieutenant Vorn. Certified war hero, as decorated as they come. When he gave an order, we trusted it, followed it to the letter. A squad needs that kind of commitment to operate effectively.
I expect you to give me that same level of dedication.
I always give 100%. That's not the issue. Havoc Squad is the Republic's most elite outfit. We tackle the missions no one else can handle. Traitor or no, Tavis is a tough act to follow. You think you're up to it?
I wouldn't be leading Havoc Squad if I didn't.
Good answer. You've got confidence and plenty of raw talent. Maybe you'll pull this off. You think Havoc will start shaping into an actual squad soon?
I'll recruit more soldiers as soon as I find some Havoc-worthy candidates.
Makes sense. Once this unit starts growing, people's expectations of us, of you, are only gonna get bigger. That CO post could get real heavy, real quick.
I was born to lead.
Enjoy it while you can. Commanding a squad is no cakewalk. Nothing worse than having to choose between the success of the mission and the lives of your men. That said, a leader can't be soft on his troops. Coddling your men will only get them killed.
You got a point. I'll keep it in mind.
I'm sure you'll do fine. You've gotten us this far.
Taurus falls under Unexplored, Unsecured Territory Protocols. All armor cams transmit to SAR Command. I'll contact you with developments.
Sounds like a plan, Sergeant.
Good luck, Lieutenant.
That was interesting. I've had drill instructors more relaxed than that woman. Not to mention that accent.
What do you mean? What's unusual about her accent?
The only people I've heard talk like that were Imperials. The Republic must have freed her homeworld in the war. Growing up, Imp would explain a lot about her personality.
I'd say the Republic could use more officers like Dorn.
And I'd say there's a better use for a soldier's time than memorizing every single regulation in the books. Guess it's off to work then. I'll watch our backs.
I'm Ensign Tane, sir. It's a good thing you found us. The scavengers were gonna ship us off to some guy named Needles as soon as we healed up.
Needles? As in Ryler Dorn, the Havoc Squad medic?
I really don't know. Needles is all they ever called the guy. Figured it must be a code name, right?
You absolutely sure they said Needles?
Yes, I'm 100% sure. And I heard that...
Here they are. Cav, Goran, cover the exit. Vice, Marco, Tabba, see to these men's wounds.
Oh, great. Sergeant Dorn's here to make sure we get stomped according to regulation.
Report, Ensign. Did you learn anything about the enemy?
Yes, sir. Sergeant, sir. As I was just telling the lieutenant here, we were captured for some guy named Needles. And get this, there are Imperials here, on Terrace. They're working with this Needles guy in a hidden base out in the swamps.
Sounds like you overheard quite a bit.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant. The scavengers were pretty sloppy about talking in front of us. So, are you excited, Dorn? You finally have the chance to correct your old buddy's paperwork again.
This is no time for jokes, Ensign. Speak plainly.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant. Sorry, sir.
Many of the local troops feel that my adherence to regulations is a result of my upbringing, Lieutenant. I was born Imperial. However, after 2 years' service in the Imperial military, I defected. Given my extensive knowledge and training, I was awarded this position under Service Code 37R.
You made the right decision.
We can discuss non-mission critical issues later. My team and I will get these men back to base, Lieutenant. You proceed with your mission against Needles and his Imperial installation.
I have the lead I was after. Time to act on it.
I'm glad I could help point you in the right direction, sir. Good luck.
Looks like more samples of Needles' weaponized Rakghoul disease. What should we do with them?
What do you think we should do?
Well, can't hurt to take a few samples back so Research Division could take a look at them. I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
We'll take the samples back with us then.
Just be careful with those things. I'd say it's about time we got out of here, Lieutenant. We'll follow your lead.
Lieutenant, sir? Is there something else I can do for you?
Consider this your official invitation to Havoc Squad, Sergeant Dorn.
Lieutenant, this is the greatest honor of my career. I'm speechless.
Don't get too excited, Sergeant. It's not as impressive as it's made out to be.
Sergeant Dorn, reporting for duty, Lieutenant. I'll prepare my Regulation 6 personnel transfer documents at once.
You've more than earned this, Sergeant.
I'll gather my personal effects and meet you on board your ship, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Inventory report, sir. Food and medical supplies all look good, but our munitions are getting low. Thought we'd have enough to last us a year. Already requisitioned command for more. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised. See more action in 1 day with Havoc than you see in a month with the Deadeyes.
There's a lot of demand for a unit of our caliber.
We mainly ran decapitation strikes. Neutralized enemy commanders before a Republic offensive. Left the opposition leaderless, disorganized. Sometimes, we'd camp outside the enemy's base for weeks, waiting for a clear shot. Eventually, we'd hit our target, pull out, let the ground pounders mop up.
You must have chalked up quite a kill count.
Over 2 dozen confirmed. Eventually, I was offered a promotion and a post on Ord Mantell. I took it. Smart move career-wise. More men, more responsibility. But I wasn't interested in fighting separatists.
What were you interested in?
I signed on to fight Imperials. Anything else I did was career dressing. After my transfer, command of the Deadeyes fell to my XO, Torv. Smart kid. A little green, but the potential was there.
If he learned from you, I'm sure he's a fine officer.
Only so much a person can be taught about leadership. You've either got what it takes, or you don't. Come to think of it, I haven't been in contact with the Deadeyes for a while. I should find out where they're stationed. Catch up. Sir, you should know. General Vander contacted me. Said he'd talk it over with the brass and finagled a way to get me back on Ord Mantell. Offered me my old post. A promotion and command of their operations there. Pretty sweet deal overall.
I hope you turned him down. You're part of Havoc Squad now.
You think I'd head back to some backwater planet like Ord Mantell? Fact is, I've been hitting the Empire harder than ever since I joined Havoc Squad. I didn't enlist to win medals or promotions. I enlisted to protect the Republic. To prove my people have a place here.
The Cathar will always have a place in the Republic.
I hope so.
We already lost one home to the Mandalorians. I'm not about to let the Empire take another.
Now, was that fun, or was that fun?
You definitely picked the right squad for the job. This was right up the Lieutenant's alley.
I wasn't the only one impressed with your moves either. The alarm pulled in a very interesting audience.
Did you find out anything more about the droid's accomplices?
The alarm signal from the arms factory led to a surprising place. A penthouse at the Club Vertica casino. Our slicers took a pass at the computers in the penthouse. All Imperial tech. Our rogue droid's Republic, but the imps are giving the orders.
I'll breach the casino penthouse and eliminate all Imperials present.
Whoa, not so fast. Club Vertica is an extremely public place. We have to get you through the casino and up to the penthouse without any bloodshed.
Bad news, sir. I just received a dispatch from Command. It's my old sniper squad, the Deadeyes. They've been captured. Happened during a routine officer hunt. Somehow the imps got the drop on them and rounded up the entire unit. Careless.
How long have the Deadeyes been in Imperial custody?
Weeks. More than enough time to be marched in front of a firing squad. Look, something about this doesn't sit right with me. The Deadeyes' area of operation was on Nar Shaddaa. That's Hutt territory. Neutral ground. They shouldn't have had any business operating there.
You think there's more going on here?
Can't say yet. I need to know what happened to the Deadeyes. And if they're still alive. Missions on Nar Shaddaa are usually greenlit by the SIS. With your permission, I'd like to meet with them. See what they know.
Get a hold of Jonas Balker. He may be able to help us.
Your call. We'll rendezvous at the dive he hangs out in. With any luck, he'll have something for us.
You're early. Haven't even had time to order us up a round. Not that I need a drink to enjoy your company.
The Deadeyes. Balker, what do you know?
He's right. We didn't come for small talk.
Fair enough. I dug up what info I could, but frankly, there isn't much to report. Far as I can tell, the Deadeyes tried to off some Imperial big shot. Things went south, and they got themselves captured.
We both know the SIS has more intel than that.
There's more at stake here than you know. We're on the verge of an incident. The Imperials are out for blood, so the Republic is distancing itself from the operation. I shouldn't even be talking to you about all this. Those boys are on their own.
These are Republic soldiers, sir. Good men. All of them.
If the Republic won't do anything, then Havoc Squad will.
Look, I know this stinks, but my hands are tied on this one. I've got major players breathing down my neck. Otherwise, I'd tell you to investigate that prison the Imperials set up in Shadowtown.
Now we're getting somewhere.
You didn't hear this from me. Now, rumor has it, and I'm just talking here, that the Imperials built themselves a makeshift prison not too far from here. That's where they dump any local riffraff that get out of line. Could be they took the Deadeyes there.
Thanks for the tip, Balker.
I'm just making conversation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an alibi to work on. Remember, this meeting never happened.
No sign of them here. Balker must have sent us on a wild... Wait. I may have something. It's an outgoing holo message. Recent.
This is Captain Titch, confirming the details for outgoing prisoner transfer 993B. We've got 3 Gomorian trespassers, a couple of spice peddlers, and our catch of the day, the legendary Deadeyes.
At least we know they're alive.
Or they were at the time of this transmission.
As per protocol, we've split the Deadeyes up and transferred them to off-world labor camps. I've encrypted the coordinates for their designated camps into this transmission. Those scum can spend their remaining years working off their debt.
Message ends there. Guess the imps don't make things quick for their POWs. Lucky us.
Doesn't mean we have time to waste.
Agreed. I'll download those coordinates ASAP. The encryption here is good. Too good. I can't crack it. Looks like we may need Balker's services again.
Off the hollow with a very angry Imperial diplomat. Apparently, some Republic troopers broke into the Imperial Detention Center.
Hey, I just went to Hari's for a drink. They got a new waitress there. Real looker.
Don't get cute with me, Balker. You know something.
Is this a bad time?
On the contrary. Now I know exactly where to stick my foot. Senior Agent Zane, SIS. That little stunt you pulled ruined any chance we had of negotiating the Deadeye's safe return.
Check your facts, Zane. The Imperials already shipped them off-world.
It's Senior Agent Zane, thank you. And storming an Imperial facility, guns blazing, it makes things worse. Your involvement ends now. Clear?
Our involvement ends when the Deadeyes are free.
Then you can tell your CO to expect a little love note from me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an Imperial ambassador to mollify. I trust you'll see yourselves off my planet.
What were you thinking coming back here? I told you I couldn't be connected to any of this.
We found some encrypted coordinates in the prison central computer. We think they'll tell us where the Deadeyes are.
Any chance you can decrypt those coordinates for us?
Not with Zane watching me. Look, a friend in Signal Intelligence owes me a favor. I'll put you in contact with him. He may be able to make something of those coordinates. It's the best I can do.
Thanks for your help on this one.
Sure thing.
I'll connect with Balker's contact once we get back to the ship. I'll report if I hear anything.
That puts the tally somewhere around 64, sir. But we've still got some volunteers digging through the rubble to be sure.
64? So many. So much death, and for what? Why is this happening? What have we done to deserve this?
We still don't have any leads, sir, but I'm sure... Excuse me, who are you? This is the mayor's office. You can't just barge in here without an appointment.
I'm a soldier. The mayor knows I'm coming.
You must be the lieutenant. The one General Garza told me about. I am so thankful that you're here. Please, Lieutenant, I need your help. My city, the people of Anchorhead, need your help.
How can I be of assistance?
Someone is attacking us, Lieutenant. Bombs have been going off all over Anchorhead, more than a dozen just in the past week. We have no idea who's behind them. No threats, no demands or warnings. Innocent people are being murdered without any explanation.
Jorgan. Isn't one of our objectives a bomb expert?
That's a big affirmative, Lieutenant. He pulled some pretty flashy stuff back on Ord Mantell, if memory serves.
Really? Do you think our problems might be related, then? If you find this bomb expert...
Sir, Mayor Clarence, sir. There's been another bombing. An apartment building over in District 7.
Oh, no. No! How many? Do we know yet?
No, sir. But it's going to be bad. A lot of people lived in the building. A lot of families.
I'll proceed to the scene at once, Mayor Claren.
After the first explosion, there are always more, all in the same area. If you hurry, you might get there in time to stop them. Please, Lieutenant, protect my people, and I'll do anything I can to help your mission. Please, hurry!
Got a problem, sir. Weapons malfunction. I had a couple of misfires during that prison run. I think the barrel might be out of whack. Not surprising given all the action we've seen. With your permission, I'd like to inspect the rest of the squad's ordnance, make sure everything's up to code.
Looking for an excuse to go through my personal effects, are we?
Maybe. There's something you don't want me to find?
I've got a few things in my wardrobe that aren't exactly regulation.
What you wear while you're off duty isn't any of my business, sir. Unless you make it my business. Well, those weapons aren't going to respect themselves, sir.
Forward battery, this is primary. I've got some fresh ballistic data for the MR3s you've got loaded down there.
Well, if it isn't our old friend Gearbox. Nice that the old man's keeping busy, I guess.
Are you looking forward to taking Gearbox down?
That's a big affirmative.
We've been doing some testing for Project B and worked out new results for your range recs. You want to nudge those MR3s a good 0.053 degrees positive lateral to get clean hits on Zone 3. Anyhow, stay sharp out there, kids. Maybe once Project B is complete, we'll have you over for a little demonstration. Primary out.
What do you think Project B is? He definitely sounds excited about it.
Whatever Project B is, it can't be good.
No kidding, sir. Ready to move whenever you are, sir.
Well, hey there, kid. Been a while now. I barely even recognized you.
Give it up, Gearbox. It's over.
Over? No. We're just getting started here, kid. It is that Jorgan, something like that, right? Well, he must have been pretty desperate to drag that worthless pile all the way from Ord Mantell.
His name is Sergeant Jorgan, Havoc Squad.
Pardon me, Sergeant, sir, officer on deck? Officer with a lower rank than I remember, huh?
I'm gonna feel bad taking you down, Gearbox. It's like gunning down anything old and decrepit. Not really sporting.
What are you gonna do, shoot my hologram? Yeah, that'd really show me. So welcome to my humble little research bunker. Have you had a pleasant stay so far?
Jet Cardin and Fuse already surrendered. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm sure the Emperor himself will be calling soon to talk terms. Give me a break. I gotta hand it to you, I didn't think anybody could breach this place, but here you are. Still, you aren't real Havoc Squad material. See, a real Havoc trooper would never have strolled right into a trap like this one.
Havoc Squad displace.
Understood, sir.
Welcome to the future of war, kid. Hope you're ready to make history because you're gonna be this baby's first confirmed kill.
This is it, isn't it? This is all I have to show for everything I've done. Everything I tried to achieve.
There's nothing left, Tavis. Just give it up.
What have I done? They're dead. They agreed with me. They followed me. They died because of me.
You should have known this would happen, Tavis.
We were the best in the Republic. We never imagined. Don't kill me, Lieutenant. I can help you. I've learned things. Intel about the Empire. Bring me in. Take me to Garza. Let me undo some of the damage.
Surrender and I'll take you to General Garza.
Are you kidding? You're gonna let him live after everything he's done?
How many people have been killed because of this man?
Good Republic soldiers.
He deserves to die.
Tavis's knowledge of the Empire could save a lot of lives.
Fine. Let him live. Do what's useful instead of what's right.
You made the right choice. You'll see. Garza will reward you well for bringing me in. I hereby formally surrender without condition to the custody of the Army of the Galactic Republic.
You should have done this a long time ago, Tavis.
Yes, I see that now. I'll stay where you can see me, Lieutenant.
Negative on hostiles. It's all clear, General.
At ease, Lieutenant. You've done a truly remarkable job. Congratulations.
I'm just glad it's over, sir.
As are we all, Lieutenant. Hello, Harren. I wasn't sure we'd ever have another opportunity to speak. I'm pleased you've finally decided to cooperate.
I don't really have a choice. I've lost everything that was worth fighting for.
The people of the Republic are still out there, Harren. They're the ones you should have been fighting for all along. Team 1, take the prisoner back to our ship and secure him in the brig.
See you around, Tavis.
Goodbye, Lieutenant.
I congratulated you earlier, Lieutenant, but I think it bears repeating. You've accomplished something remarkable today. Tavis and his followers knew every aspect of our organization. They could have torn the Republic military apart piece by piece, but they never got the chance. Thanks to you.
I never would have pulled it off without Sergeant Jorgan.
Thanks, Lieutenant. I'm glad I got the chance to help you hunt those traitors down.
We'll be staying to search the ship for intelligence while the hyperdrive is reactivated, but there's no need for you to remain as well. I'd say you've earned some leave, Lieutenant. Take some time off, then return to my office on Coruscant when you're ready to discuss a new assignment for Havoc Squad.
It'll be nice to finally relax a bit.
Yes, I imagine it will. Now, go out and enjoy yourself a bit, Lieutenant. And congratulations yet again on completing one of the most difficult assignments in Spec Force's history.
You're too kind, General.
If I am, you're the first person to think so. Enjoy yourself, Lieutenant. Dismissed. Come in, Lieutenant. This is General Garza. I'm afraid your leave will have to be cut short. A critical situation has just been brought to High Command's attention. Havoc Squad is needed immediately. Report to my office on Coruscant right away. We'll discuss things further when you arrive. Garza out.
Great. If High Command is worked up, this can't be good.
Let's move out, people.
Lieutenant, welcome. Stand at ease. We have a lot to discuss, and not much time to do it in. Please ignore my other visitors. Tavis's testimony at trial has created a great deal of interest in my day-to-day affairs.
Tavis had a right to trial. I never intended it to lead to anything like this, General.
No apology necessary. Let's just get on with our work. First, for demonstrating exceptional discretion in the capture of numerous key enemy personnel, you are being awarded the Bronze Crescent. In addition, due to your exemplary leadership under the most dire of circumstances, you are hereby promoted to the rank of Captain, effective immediately. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, General.
You've more than earned it. I've called the other members of Havoc Squad here so you can designate one of them as your executive officer. Your XO will serve you as second in command and be promoted to the rank of lieutenant. As droids cannot hold rank, your choice is between Sergeants Jorgan and Dorn.
Let's start with you, Jorgan. Why should I give you this promotion?
Are you serious? I was lieutenant when you met me. I was an operations officer on Ord Mantell for more than 3 years. If Tavis hadn't left the lazy jerks upstairs hungry for a scapegoat, I'd still be a lieutenant. Besides, you've seen my results in the field. I'm obviously the most qualified for executive officer.
I'll think about what you've said, Jorgan. That'll be all.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what makes you the best choice for the job.
I believe my service record speaks for itself, sir. In spite of my short time in the Republic Army, I have received multiple commendations and glowing performance reviews. As you've seen firsthand, I carry out my duties professionally and precisely at all times. Finally, I have extensive personal knowledge of the tactics and training of our enemy. More so, perhaps, than any other soldier in the Republic.
I'll take all this into consideration, Dorn. That'll be all.
Understood. Thank you for your time, sir.
Aric Jorgan, you are hereby promoted to the rank of lieutenant.
Finally back where I started. Thanks, Captain.
Now, let's discuss the reasons you were called here.
Sir, I'm not very good at this, but thank you for the exo spot. My career took a big hit when Tavis defected. I wasn't sure I'd ever recover.
You've proven yourself plenty of times on the field, Jorgan. You earned that promotion.
Thank you, sir. I'll make sure Havoc stays the top squad in the Republic. You can count on it. Well, the search is officially underway. I transmitted those coordinates we picked up to Balkar's contact in Sigint. Won't be long before we find out where the Deadeyes are. Well, look at that. That you, Gav?
You know, you really ought to start encrypting your communications. Finding your frequency was child's play.
You're crossing the line, Zane. Stay out of our business.
I was about to say the same to you. I'll just leave you with a friendly suggestion. Walk away.
That smug. Why is he so interested in the Deadeyes? In any case, he knows about Balkar's contact at Sigint. We'll have to find someone else to decrypt those coordinates.
I'd like to see Zane outmaneuver General Garza.
Now you're talking. I'll bring the General up now.
This is General Garza. What can I do for you, Havoc?
We got a problem, General.
I don't like you going off mission, Captain. But then again, I don't like SIS snoops meddling in military affairs either. Send me the coordinates. I'll get our people working on them right away. Just don't let this interfere with your mission.
We won't forget this, General.
I'll let you know if we learn anything. Garza out.
There. If Zane manages to one-up Garza, I'll eat my rifle.
See you soon. Vic out.
This is ridiculous. Why are we going along with Vic's nonsense?
When we catch up to him, he'll wish he hadn't toyed with us.
Sounds good to me. Ready to move when you are.
Help. Got to help. They took him. The imps took Vic.
Just tell me what happened, soldier.
It was that traitor, Brel Oris. He gave the imps our position somehow. We fought hard, but they overran us. They tore straight through and grabbed Vic. They'll take him to the Balmoran arms factory. The imps built a prison in the back of the complex. No one ever comes out.
I'm going to get Vic back. Period.
You're a hero. A real hero. Just like Vic. You can do it. I know you can do it.
Tough break. Let's make sure he didn't die for nothing.
When we find Vic, I swear I'm gonna kill him. Let's go.
Oris planned to sell the prototypes for a tidy profit. We could do the same, after picking a few choice items for ourselves.
Those prototypes should be put to use, not sold for profit.
I'm with you, Captain. Good men sacrifice their lives to get us here. We've got to do right by them.
I bet you change your mind once those blasters are in front of us. Let's just get to the vault. If we don't move fast, the imps might find the prototypes.
Captain, were you successful in locating and extracting Tano Vic to serve in Havoc Squad?
Consider me located and extracted, General.
Good. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to. Has Vic given you any trouble, Captain?
A bit, but I cleared things up.
I'm glad to hear it. Tano Vic, your service with the Republic Army is hereby resumed. You are posted to Special Forces Unit 326, codenamed Havoc Squad, at the rank of Specialist.
It's a real honor to be here, General. I look forward to getting out there and fighting for the Republic again.
Permission to speak, Captain.
You're my XO. You can always speak your mind.
I appreciate it. Vic's a liar, he's reckless, and he has no regard for the lives of his fellow soldiers. With all due respect, I don't think someone like Vic has a place anywhere in the Republic Army, let alone Havoc Squad.
This squad has to have the best explosives expert available. That's Vic.
Just don't say I didn't warn you, sir.
I understand your concerns, but we have a job to do. Let's focus on it.
I never properly congratulated you on your promotion. You've come a long way since Ord Mantell. We should celebrate.
You could make me dinner.
You wouldn't enjoy that. I spent the last 10 years living off fuel rations. I got you a little something. Bought the stone off a trader a few years back. Had a Thelian jeweler fit it for me. Thought it looked nice on you.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Anytime. I should get back to my duties. Congratulations again, sir. Still no word on the Deadeye's location. I checked with Garza, but she hasn't had any luck decrypting those coordinates we sent her. This is taking too long. For all we know, the Imperials have relocated the Deadeyes. That intel could be obsolete.
You can still pick up a new trail if you follow those coordinates.
I suppose you're right. I'll keep monitoring the Hollow. Maybe something will turn up. Good news, sir. Garza's people decoded the first portion of those coordinates.
Data points to an Imperial excavation site on Tatooine. Looks like my former SWTOR is being held there.
Then let's load up and get him out of there.
Ready when you are, sir.
On your feet, soldiers.
Lieutenant Jorgan? What are you doing here?
I'm getting you out of here.
Thought we'd have been out of here weeks ago. Who's this?
I'm the commander of Havoc Squad.
Havoc Squad? It's an honor, sir.
Okay, enough boot kissing. I want answers, Torv. For starters, how'd you get yourselves captured?
It's all there in our mission outline. Didn't Zane brief you?
Zane? As in Senior Agent Zane? Man's been nothing but trouble for us.
So he didn't... Oh, then I'm afraid I can't say anything more. SIS orders.
What does the SIS have to do with this?
That's classified, sir.
Out with it, soldier. We're not leaving until we get some answers.
But we... Okay, look, we let ourselves get caught. Part of some top-secret SIS op. They implanted tracking devices in us. Plan was to follow us through Imperial space, find out where the imps ship their POWs, and then come rescue us.
It looks like someone forgot to follow through with that last part.
Nobody anticipated the imps would split us up, send us to labor details. Surprised the SIS didn't spring us then.
Typical SIS.
Should have known better than to trust those spooks.
Too good an opportunity. You know how many troops we have in those camps.
What if the Imperials had executed you?
Things wouldn't have been so bad if the SIS had held up their end of the plan.
Got that right. The good soldier never leaves a man behind. We'll have it out with the SIS later. For now, just sit tight. I'll call for an evac, get you boys home. Well, they're off. The SIS better have a good reason for leaving those men behind.
Zane is involved. Maybe he wants to enlighten us.
I'm sure he'll have something to say about this rescue op of ours. Anyway, we've done all we can for now. I'll see about getting the rest of those coordinates decrypted. I got the team prepped and ready for your assignments, Captain. We're all eager to do some damage. Like Garza said, we need 2 for the assault on the bridge. Getting in there will be a fight. Vic and you are spoken for, so that leaves me, Dorn, and Forex to hit the bridge. Who do you want on the job?
I want to send as much firepower at the bridge as possible. Forex will back you up.
Works for me. We'll clear the place out, huh, Forex?
Affirmative, Lieutenant, sir. No Imperial will remain standing in the wake of our heroic assault.
We'll make the final adjustments before we land. Any other words for the team?
Havoc is the best squad in the Republic because it has the best soldiers in the Republic. That is why we'll succeed. We may be charging headfirst into the most advanced weapon of war the Sith Empire has ever built, but we will succeed. The odds may be impossible. The enemy may outnumber us 10 to 1, but Havoc Squad will succeed.
Sir, yes, sir.
That's the last of them. We'll be good to go in just a few seconds.
Captain, it's Jorgan. Big trouble up on the bridge. We got the data, but Imperial reinforcements just showed up out of nowhere. A lot more than we can hold off. Are the bombs planted? Can we pull out?
Our objectives are complete. I want you all back aboard the ship, on the double.
Roger that. Let's move out.
Yes, sir. Captain, it is a great relief to see you well, in spite of the extensive fighting.
I'm afraid that Jorgan sustained heavy injuries during our retreat from the bridge. Despite my efforts to absorb enemy fire, he refused to give up his portion of the fight. A perfect example of Republic heroism.
Full situation report. What's Jorgan's status?
We've stabilized him for now, sir. But the wounds would certainly have been fatal had Forex not gotten him to me so quickly. Jorgan is lucky to be alive.
Stay with him and keep me updated on his status.
Of course, Captain.
Could we talk about this later? I need to set those charges off, and we shouldn't be sitting in the hangar bay when I do.
Let's get moving. Double time it. I'm honored to accept this promotion, General.
You've earned it. When presented with extraordinary circumstances, you have delivered extraordinary results. I'm also recommending you for the Silver Crescent, in honor of the extraordinary valor you demonstrated in the attack on the Gauntlet superweapon. In recognition of injuries sustained in the line of duty, I've recommended Aric Jorgan for the Mark of Dedication, assuming you approve.
I can't think of anyone more deserving.
Excellent. I'll submit the necessary forms right away.
Good news, sir. Dorn's giving me a clean bill of health. I'm free to get back to work right away.
I'll be glad to have you backing me up again.
Let's get to it. I ever tell you about the time we were ordered to take out Moff Dallum? Dangerous mark. Wiley is that... Hang on. Incoming transmission. Care to guess who it is?
Major, Senior Agent Zane here. Apparently, I didn't make myself clear earlier. Or perhaps you thought an unauthorized rescue mission wouldn't constitute as interfering?
We knew exactly what we were doing.
Thought so. I understand your concern for your comrades, but you morons are only complicating things.
You're addressing the commander of Havoc Squad, Zane. You will show her the proper respect.
Apologies, but this is a delicate operation and your continued involvement will only jeopardize its completion.
We could have worked together if you'd kept us in the loop.
I would have if this had been any of your business.
Your operation's falling apart, Zane. Now either rescue the Deadeyes yourself, or get out of the way.
I don't take orders from grunts. This mission is over when I say it is.
I've had it with this guy. Permission to cut him off, sir.
Permission granted.
Good riddance. I can't tell if he really dropped the ball on this one or if he's still just lying to us. Either way, the SIS had their chance. Time for Havoc Squad to get the job done right.
You wanted to talk?
I did. You're my commanding officer. When we're on the field, I'm supposed to be following your lead and watching your back. I'm watching your back, all right. And everything else, too. It's unprofessional.
I didn't realize I looked so good in uniform.
I didn't think it was possible to make 32 kilos of reinforced durasteel look good. But you manage. Look, I don't know if this thing between us is going anywhere. You're a remarkable woman. But you're still my CO. If I ever cross a line, go too far, you let me know.
If you've got something to say, then say it.
Fine. Well, I think I've said my piece. We'll talk again soon. I may have been wrong about you. Takes a lot to lead a squad like Havoc. Wasn't convinced you had it in you. Thought you were inexperienced, untested. But you've got good instincts. Turned out to be a first-class leader.
That means a lot coming from you, Jorgan.
I just call it like I see it. I'll admit, that business on Ord Mantell still irks me. But it landed me in the most elite squad in the Republic, under one of the finest commanders I've served with. So I can't complain too much. Attention all Havoc personnel. I'm instating some mandatory downtime effective immediately. So,
Get out, have fun. That's an order. There. Thought a little R&R might do the squad some good. I also figured a little alone time would do us some good.
Now that's the kind of initiative I like to see in a man.
Yeah? How's this for initiative? Well, that was productive. Very relaxing. I'll have to schedule more R&R time for the squad. A lot more.
Ah! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I surrender! You're Republic, right? This is a jailbreak. Please, I'll do whatever you want. Just don't hurt me.
Cooperate and I'll get you out of here too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You want me to unlock the prisoner cells? I can do it. It will only take about... Oh, General Rackton!
Impressive. Your time from learning about A-77 to storming its command deck was shorter than even my most aggressive estimates.
Estimates? You knew we were coming?
Of course. My strategies leave no room for an error of this size. Your soldier's escape was no accident. Imperial warships have maneuvered into position around A-77. The facility will be obliterated in a matter of minutes. Goodbye.
The shields are already failing. I have to reroute power.
You want to give me an update here, Major? It feels like someone's shooting at us.
The imps are about to blow this whole place apart.
They're going to blow up their own prison? This is insane.
Oh, I can do it. I can keep the shields up. We can all make it out if I just vent the systems level.
You can't vent the systems level. I'm on the systems level. There are droids everywhere. I'd never make it out. Who is this moron?
Is there any other way to get the shields up?
There is no other way. Please forgive me, but we have no other alternative. Without shields, we could never get the cells open fast enough. All of the prisoners would die.
You've got to get me out of here, Major. I can't die in this place. I can't.
This is never easy. But 300 against 1 isn't a choice.
There's always a choice. Please, don't do this.
Forgive me, Jaxo, but this is my only option. Vent the service level, get the shields back up and the prison cells open ASAP.
Yes! Yes, of course!
But, no. It can't end like this. It can't end.
It worked. Shields are back to 90%, but they will not last forever. You should return to your ship. I'll ensure the prisoners are freed and find their way to the transport.
Don't hang around too long yourself.
I will not. Thank you. Please go now. We don't have much time.
Just got off the holo with Torv. He asked me to thank you for getting him out of that labor camp. He's starting to see the danger the other Deadeyes are in. Anxious for us to find them.
We could use him when we rescue the rest of the Deadeyes.
SIS already has him tied up in debriefs. Pretty much exchanged one cell for another. It was a mistake to trust a snake like Zane, but Torv's heart was in the right place. I just hope this mistake doesn't get any of those men killed. Outstanding news, sir. We've got a positive fix on the Deadeye's location. Garza's people just finished decrypting the coordinates we sent them. The data points to an Imperial outpost on Hoth. Another labor camp, most likely.
Let's get down there and bring those soldiers home.
Right behind you, sir. Once we get those men out of there, we can put all this craziness behind us. I just hope we're not too late. Barracks, Hal. You two still breathing?
More or less. Didn't expect to see you here, sir.
Nor I. Care to tell me what you two are doing here?
We're rescuing the Deadeyes. Play nice and maybe we'll let you tag along.
Maybe I don't want to be rescued. Don't you get it? This operation was never about rescuing POWs. We've been after one thing, Dusk 9.
Impossible. That place is just a myth.
Is it? We'll never know now, thanks to you two.
If that's true, then you lied to the Deadeyes about their mission's real objective.
Of course. We could hardly expect a bunch of grunts to keep their mouths shut. Next to the Emperor's location, Dusk 9 is the Empire's best-kept secret. Hundreds of Black Ops projects are born there.
It's also a prison, according to the rumors. The things that supposedly go on there, too horrible to be real.
We're more interested in the intel hoarded there. We seeded thousands of bugged soldiers into the Imperial penal system, hoping for a bite.
Why so many soldiers?
To improve our odds, naturally. The more soldiers we seed, the better our chances of someone winding up at Dusk 9. We were using the wrong bait. The brass at Dusk 9 weren't interested in common soldiers. But how could they resist an SIS agent? So, I bugged myself, staged a bogus rescue operation, and let myself be captured. I was awaiting transfer when you two geniuses showed up.
You can still go on with your mission.
You don't think the Imperials will be just a teensy bit suspicious that you rescued the Deadeyes, yet conveniently left me behind? Now, I have no choice but to abort my mission and try again somewhere else.
Sir, we can deal with Zane later. Let's just find the rest of the squad and get out of here.
Jorgan, sir, they're dead. The cold, they didn't make it.
What? Trace? Copland? They're gone? But I thought... Zane.
Now you've done it.
What? It's not my fault they weren't properly insulated.
You killed them. You promised them a rescue that never came, and now they're dead for it.
How many other soldiers have died for you? Huh? 100? 1,000?
You can't kill me, Jorgan. Too many witnesses.
As far as we're concerned, sir, the Imperials killed him.
What? Wait, you can't just... Major, do something!
It's all yours, Jorgan.
No!
That's for Copland and Trace. Good men. Brave men.
I'm sure he had that coming for a long time.
Wouldn't surprise me.
You sure you two won't tell anyone about this?
Absolutely, sir.
Let's get you two back to your squad. They'll want to know you're okay. We'll call for an evac. They're off, sir. Mission accomplished.
Who knows how many more soldiers Zane would have sent to their deaths. You ended all that.
Honestly, I'd rather not talk about it right now, sir. Let's just get out of here. Sir, about what happened earlier. Zane got what was coming to him, but I shouldn't have been the one pulling the trigger. Killing an unarmed man, Republic agent no less. That goes against everything I've been raised to do, everything I've been trained to do.
You did what had to be done.
If killing Zane saves even a few Republic soldiers, I'll accept that burden. That doesn't make it right. Honestly, it's not even Zane's death that's bothering me. It's everything. The Deadeyes, the operation, and the Republic's part in all this. You heard Zane. Thousands of soldiers, all being fed to the Empire to find a place that may not even exist. It isn't right.
The Republic sees us as expendable.
We're stats to the brass. Numbers to throw at the Empire for the Republic's convenience. I'd have been proud to die for the Republic before, but after this...
The actions of one man don't reflect the actions of the Republic as a whole.
Zane may have just been one man, but there are plenty of others like him calling the shots for us. Won't ever trust command again, but I'll keep fighting. Because the Republic is more than the bureaucrats running it. It's the billions of people who can't fend for themselves, who are counting on us to defend them. I'll fight for them. And for you, sir. I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up. Being a soldier isn't just what I do, it's who I am. And I'm good at it. But when it comes to women, relationships, that's where things get messy for me.
I can think of a few reasons why that might be.
Very funny. Point is, I like you. A lot. I've never met a woman who got me the way you seem to.
You're a good man, Jorgan. I'm lucky to have found you.
Glad you think so. I've given up a lot for the Republic, and I'll keep on giving as long as I can. But for all the rules and regulations telling me otherwise, you're the one thing I'll never give up.
It'll take an army to pry me away from you.
Likewise. All right. I think that's enough heartfelt sentiment for one day. Let's get back out there and bag us some Imperials.
Major, everyone's assembled and ready for action.
Good of you to invite the safecrackers out for the main event this time, Major. This will be the biggest fortress we've busted yet.
It's a pleasure to have you all here.
Intel shows 3 routes to the Bastion's main complex. Aerial scans confirm. And Racton has different defenses set up on each route. First approach, we've got walkers and war droids. On the second, a full infantry company. And the last one is all the fun toys. Mines, turrets, you name it.
How do you think we should go at this, Captain?
Ordinarily, the spread of Racton's defenses would leave him weak to a combined assault down one approach. And that's just a ploy. The approaches are too narrow for walkers and infantry to operate together. We should attack from all 3 routes simultaneously.
We can
mix it up. My boys can handle walkers and war droids. Not easy, but doable. Leave Lester's walkers to trounce their infantry.
I'll deal with the enemy armor myself.
You must be crazy. Suit yourself, Major. Route 2 is all infantry, a full company. They're dug in and ready to fight. Since you're handling the big guys, that leaves infantry and armor for this. Who do you want to take on their infantry?
Let the 2 of you settle it.
The safecrackers will burn through those automated defenses like cheap flimsiplast. We set to go?
If Racton's half the commander, they say, he'll send speeders full of commandos to flank us as soon as we commit to the assault. We better keep most of Havoc back here to cover the main assault forces. We'll regroup once we're inside the main complex.
Alright, you all know your jobs and you know what's at stake. If we fail here, the entire Republic is on the line. Are we gonna let that happen?
Sir, no sir.
Move out. Report. What's the status of our forces?
Havoc's good to go, Major. No casualties.
Disabling the defenses was slow going, but straightforward enough. No losses.
We've made a major advance against the Empire's best. You should all be proud. Now you just have to hold this position until we get the man we came for. Stay sharp.
If Racton's anywhere, he's in the command center. Here are the coordinates. I'm ready to move when you are, Major.
So this is how it ends. A lifetime of service to the greatest cause in galactic history. What happens now? A simple execution? Or will the last civilized man be paraded through the streets of Coruscant as a trophy for your ignorant masses?
General Racton, consider yourself a prisoner of the Galactic Republic.
Let your primitive mockery of justice begin.
Major, we've got serious heat incoming. The scanners are lit up like a... Whoa! Is that him?
The Empire's greatest general. We've beaten him.
The Empire will still succeed in the end.
The Imps must have finally realized Racton was off comms. They're sending a huge force our way. Too many for us to handle. I think it's time to pull out, sir. The safecrackers can get Racton out for you.
Be sure to get yourselves out safely, too.
You got it, Major. Come on, Racton, move out.
Until we meet again, Major.
Major! Welcome back. General, the Major's here.
Not a moment too soon. Come with me, Major. We're supposed to be in the Supreme Chancellor's office 10 minutes ago.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize we'd been summoned.
No need to apologize. Just come along.
General Garza, hello. Please, come in. Make yourself comfortable. And Major, so good to see you again. It seems I can't blink without you winning yet another incredible victory for us.
It's good to see you too, Your Excellency.
I didn't become fully aware of Havoc Squad's achievements until I took office. Your service to the Republic has been truly remarkable. For your meritorious actions and unequaled valor in service of the Republic, you are hereby awarded our highest honor, the Cross of Glory. Congratulations.
I'm honored to accept this award, Your Excellency.
You've more than earned it, Major. The people of the Republic owe you a debt that can never fully be repaid.
It won't be long before your team is called back to the front lines. You should take this time to get what rest you can.
So what's the plan? Where do we go from here?
I'd say we've all earned some away time, wouldn't you?
Just be sure to keep your holo close by, Major. When the next crisis comes, Havoc Squad will get the first call.
I wasn't sure when would be a good time to bring this up. Figure, now's as good as any. For the Cathar, picking a maid, it's a lifelong commitment. Big decision, as you can imagine. Never really gave it much thought before. Then I met you.
White people have that too. It's called marriage.
Right. Marriage. But lately I've been thinking about you and me, the war, and what'll happen when it's all over. I've been thinking I'd like to start a family someday. Family with you.
Aric Jorgan, are you asking me to be your life mate?
Blast a woman, I had all this planned out. But yes, life, mate, wife, however you want to put it, the position's yours. If you want it.
Of course I'll marry you.
Good answer. As soon as we get the chance, we should go on leave. Have this done all official-like. Maybe take a vacation, go someplace quiet, someplace far away from the war. I'm thinking either.
As long as there aren't any Imperials blasting at us, I'll be happy.
A break from 4X's Annex wouldn't hurt either. You ever think we'll adopt our own litter of runts?
I'd like that. I think you'd make a good father.
Yeah? I think you'd be up to the job, too. If we do raise any of our own, I'll look forward to showing them around a blaster rifle. When they're old enough, of course.